Hi, I'm Bill Mankfeld, and we're here today at the Manitoba Potato Production Days. We're with Greentronics introducing our latest product, the Right Trace Track and Trace System. We're really excited to bring this to the growers here. It's now available for sale to the growers. And what it brings to them is something that should reduce their pain and add great convenience. And so the last 3 years we've been working on a system that gives them a chance to automatically collect all the data they need for traceability. Plus it does it in much greater detail so that at the end of the day you can use the information for agronomy purposes, for traceability purposes, for transparency purposes, and you can even tie it in with our yield monitor so you can really collect all the data you need to understand what's happening in the field and how that relates to what's happening in storage. And we did that as simply as possible using scanners and transponders and sensors on the piler. Tie it all together and give you a very detailed field map as well as a bin map. So the scanner is on the harvester, and there's a scanner at the unloading point. There are transponders on each truck. With that information, we can generate a field map that shows when and where each load was harvested and when it was unloaded. And with the sensors on the piler, we can follow the head of the piler over time and know exactly where each load was placed in the storage bin. And from that, we generate a bin map that growers will use to determine where each load is. With our system comes a Windows-based data viewer program that growers use. The program asks which bin they want to look at, and they click on that bin. It brings up that bin map. Clicking on an area in the bin map then pops up a field map with the load that they want to look at highlighted. So you can see exactly in the field where that load was harvested and when it was harvested. So if you had a concern about quality for an area in the bin or a particular load in the bin, you can now link that back to the field and see, okay, is there a relationship? Is it something that happened in the field that caused this quality concern? Or is it a different issue? With that information, you can learn and hopefully do a better job managing next time you're growing potatoes in that field. Now that's part of the system that I personally really like. That gives you many agronomy benefits that you didn't have before when you were just tracking information manually on clipboards and in notebooks. So if you have a load that comes to the processor and there are some concerns about the quality, and the processor asks you where did that come from and are we likely to see more loads like that out of that bin, you can now go back to that bin, look at the bin map, understand where those loads came from, see if there's a link to field conditions, weather conditions at harvest time, and so on, and then reassure the processor and say, nope, once we're through this area in the bin, the rest of the loads are from a different field, different area in the field. They don't have those concerns, and there shouldn't be any delays then with further deliveries to that processor. And that's key, because quite often that can really hold things up, and it really helps the relationship if you can provide that kind of information in a very transparent way. And the last advantage I would say with our system is that it ties in very easily with our yield monitor. So now you can create a yield map for your field, understand what the yield variability is in the field, and see how that links back to quality and storage. So maybe high yielding areas in the field also generate very good quality, and poor yielding areas not such good quality. And once you understand those links, you can then start varying your management for those areas to see if you can either improve quality overall or really focus on the areas that give you great yield and good quality and cut back on inputs for the areas that never do that well for you. And those are some of the ideas that you can think about as you consider the Right Trace system for your farm. And you're very welcome to contact us. Find us at greentronics.com. There's more information there for you. And thank you for watching.